Okay, let's try that again, people. I forgot to unmute my mic. Yes, I keep forgetting. Okay, let's try that again, people. I forgot to unmute my mic. Yes, I keep forgetting. Okay, let's try that again, people. I forgot to. Alright, so hopefully you can hear me now. Janet, are you there? Good evening, morning, and can anybody hear me tonight? I forgot to unmute my microphone, so I'm deeply sorry if you couldn't hear me earlier on. And here's me, I'm talking to absolutely nobody. What are you laughing at? Shut up. Right, you're live one without sound. I thought there was something wrong with my sound. No, it was actually my sound, so I do deeply apologize. I'm still trying to get used to this program. Maybe I should stop using it. Hey, morning up. Now, people, Mordinger has had a very interesting couple of days. She actually is living on the same street that their murder took place on Sunday. She actually lives just down the road from it. So, what is Wanganui coming to? I just can't understand that. I mean, we've had one murder so far in Wikitoria, and they found a guy in Tinaro Street. I don't know what's happening here, people, but Wanganui seems to be getting worse by the week. And it's only Monday. Well, has it really been years since we've had things like this happen in our beautiful city? I don't know. So, while we're here, Mordinger, do you have any questions? Geez, I hope everyone can hear me. I've unmuted everything. We can hear you. Okay, Mordinger, you want to kick tonight off and ask some questions if you have any, or even Janet. Let's talk about these photos. Let's get the ball rolling, people. It's really, really cold. In the background, you can actually see my daughter. She's been really, really curious, really nosy over here. Mm. It does lag on this one. How's it going on your one, or you're not watching it? Is it what? Oh, yeah. Okay. I went to a house on Friday night. Yep, keep going. You went to a house on Friday night. That would have been after Kelvin Crookshank. I took random pics, went to the hallway, and it felt so cold and yuck. And then there was a growl from nowhere. Hey, Stacey, welcome. Evening, Connor. Anyway, carry on about this house that you went to. How's the ghost hunting? Haven't done any ghost hunting for a while there, Stacey, but it may look like we could be ending up doing a house soon. I'm just hearing from Janet at the moment. Yeah, I've had a look at their photo because you and them you invited me up to have a look at some of these photos on Friday night, and I got the most eeriest feeling in that hallway there. You guys took me through and saw the photos, so I wasn't impressed at all with what I saw. It was quite ugly actually, but I've been reading a lot of the comments on the Paranormal Unity page, what people are actually seeing in their photo, which is quite amazing actually. It really is. There's a form close to table in photo. Can spirits appear partially or in full form if they choose to? I believe that they can, Morning, when they decide that they do want to show themselves. It's quite simple. Sometimes they don't want you to see them. Sometimes they feel that you don't deserve to, and they just decide that they're going to show themselves to who actually they choose. Well, that's my point of view anyway. Sometimes they will turn up in a mist kind of form. What does everyone else think? Stacey, what do you think about this comment here? There's a form close to table and photo. Can spirits appear partially or in full form if they choose to? I've actually seen that photo that Janet is talking about, and I know what I saw, but I'll keep quiet to that one because I like to see what other people could see in their photos. So we're going to discuss this about these photos and about this place and see what we all come up with. How's that? Now, it doesn't matter what you believe you see. You're not going to get mocked or questioned about it. You're not going to get put down about it. If anybody does start mouthing off in this place, I have admins watching behind the scene. You will be kicked out immediately and then you will be blocked. So my advice is don't be a funny guy or a funny woman. Okay, we're all here to support one another. We're all here to help each other. So whoever has seen that photo, what's your take on it? Because I know what I've seen. Other people have seen different to what I've seen. Also, some have seen more than what I saw in that photo. But mind you, I hadn't blown it up really properly because it was actually on a tablet. Depends how you look at it. If it's immaterial or through the third eye, but there are orbs that are unknown to me as to what people think they are and what they really but I do see people behind orbs at times. That's a good one, Stacey. Let's talk about orbs. Are orbs real? You get dusties, you get orbs that are just not even spirits. You get all kinds of orbs. I've called coloured orbs, which I still to this day can't understand what the heck they mean. Um, and I'm serious about that. Some of you should see some of my photos that I've got. I've got orange, yellow, red, fiery, even orbs that I can't even say what the heck they are. A lot of people have written charts on different types of orbs and different types of coloured orbs. But at the end of the day, I really believe that if you can get an orb that is really, really, really bright and has its own light source, then that is the ones to be looking at. So, since you brought up about orbs, we can talk about those too, because a lot of people don't believe in them. Some do. Some take photos and believe that what they've seen in their photos are spirits hanging around. And, you can debate about this every time somebody puts up a photo of an orb. Many people have actually seen it happen. They can come in many forms, as in signs or physically visible. Thank you, Stacey. So, how many people in here so far have actually seen orbs? I mean, I know I have, Stacey, you have. I've actually seen an orb with my own eyes many a times. Can I say that it's a spirit? No. I mean, I've actually seen flashing orbs. Is that a spirit manifesting? I mean, who knows? I mean, a lot of people, when you watch programs like Ghost Adventurers and that, they actually have quite a few orbs that are actually flashing, and they say that it is a spirit. Is it really? How do we know that it is? Can we say without a word of a doubt that those type of orbs are actually spirits trying to manifest? Can I say 100% without a doubt that they are? No, I can't. Oh, damn sweets. Thank you. See you later, son. So, I mean, let's open the subject wide open about one, the photos, and two, about different orbs. If you've got any other subjects that you would like to talk about, let's open up the floor to it. Anything to talk about when it comes to the paranormal is welcomed. So let's do this. If you're just in here watching, can you please say hello so we all know who's in the house? I know Stacey's in the house, Janet's in the house. Can someone tag Brenda Bruce, please? Well, I would if I could at the moment, Janet, but I can't. Physically visible is usually either a smoky-looking shape or their previous body that they want you to show orbs, or physical body, or who they were, except they turn demonic and become scary, looking like dark eyes, etc. Now, that's another good subject to touch on, demonic. Demons. A lot of people in the paranormal business always seem to talk about demons, demonic possessions, demonic entities. Are they real? And if so, where's the proof to it? Also, I'm going to open up the door to Ouija boards. Let's talk about that. There was a big discussion one time not so long ago about Ouija boards. Are they evil? Are they good? Where's the proof? Thanks, Janet. Have a good night. So it's all about, I guess, finding out information, finding out proof whether Ouija boards are bad or good, or do what some people are doing and experimenting with them. That's just how it is. You know, a lot of people say, well, you can't really tell 100% whether they're evil or whether they're good unless you try them. Well, if people want to go in and try them, then hey, you know, feel free. You know, that's entirely up to you. Hey, Brenda, how you doing? You finally got into the room. It's good to have you in the room. How's your day been? Now I'm just checking this out on the phone because from where I'm sitting now, it looks like we're lagging pretty much. So, can you tell us, Brenda, because this is your house that these photos were taken of? Can you explain to everybody here what has actually been going on in your house so we can all get to see what's happening? Yes, demons can take over as in their possessions recorded years ago in a movie shown a while ago. Sorry, can't remember the name, but they can take over. It doesn't happen nowadays because we are aware. Okay, what about since you said, Stacey, that it doesn't happen nowadays? If I remember rightly, a few years back there was an exorcism down in Wellington, I think it was, where a young lady was actually killed during it. I don't know how many people know about this, but it's actually been brought out as a movie now. So, yeah, let's talk about that. What does everyone think about exorcisms and demons and Ouija boards and all those good funky things that people talk about? Just a weird feeling when I'm walking down or in my room, looking down the hallway. Can you explain more, please, Brenda? Yeah, that's very true, Stacey. We shouldn't presume. I mean, I don't know how long back ago it was. I know it was only a few years back that this happened, and now they've actually turned it into a movie. Um, can't even think of the freaking name to it, but I have actually seen a snippet of it, and I thought, why make money out of it? Why turn it into something that shouldn't even be seen? To be honest. If anybody um, can somebody please copy the link to this page because I'm getting a lot of private messages asking where is this page? They can't find it. And can you copy the link and send it into Paranormal Unity, please, so people can see where we are? The spirit that came through after a seance end up haunting your house and opening portals. See, that's the thing too, Brenda, is that a lot of people always assume, and I've seen this assumption come out many a times when investigators investigating with the lights out. People say, "Oh, no, that wasn't anything. That was just headlights." Considering when you've got all the curtains closed and you know damn well that nothing, no light whatsoever can actually penetrate them. It's different if your curtains are thin, but if you've got really thick curtains on your doors and on your windows, why do they assume, or why do they say straight off the bat, "Oh no, that was just a car going by"? Did they actually go out and test it? Did they actually, have somebody stand in that certain place where somebody drove past to see if they could debunk it? From what I've seen with my own eyes, no, they never did. They just said it was just a light. Crazy as it sounds, but that's how it is. See, we've got so many items to talk about tonight. We've got seances, we've got Ouija boards, we've got orbs. We can go right across the board tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and just really enjoy it. And I will be back in a minute. I've got to go quickly do something. So we will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's get to talking about these things. Ouija boards, let's start off with them. How many people like them? How many people think that they are evil? And how many people think that there's nothing wrong with them? Can I get your feedback on the Ouija boards? I have no explanation for the things I sort of see or feel. Just a weird feeling in something out the corner. Good of my eye moving. So let's put the first topic up there and let's have a discussion about that. Ouija boards. Are they evil or are they good? Are they just boards that people can play with? I mean, there was one time that I actually saw an advert of a McDonald's in America were actually selling Ouija boards on their, what are those kids' meals, their children's meals on the packet. And I thought, what the hell? Are you really, really serious here? So let's open up the floor to those Ouija boards. Are they real or are they not? Mum, would you like to jump on here on the live? Yes, you can. Yeah, there is. There's two. Brenda and Stacey. I don't know where Maureen has dropped off to, but she was on. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing? How's it going, dude? So anyway, let's talk about it. Ouija boards. From what I have read about Ouija boards is that they're actually a portal to the unknown. If you don't close them off properly, bad karma is going to happen your way. So let's talk about it. What do you think, Stacey, about Ouija boards? Are they good? Are they evil? Are they just boards that people can play on and nothing's going to happen? For me, I have seen what happens to people using a Ouija board, so my vote is quite simple. Stay the hell away from them. Quite easy. Who? Oh, did you? Yeah. So what do you think? Same as seances. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've never been involved in a seance, Stacey, not once. I've seen them. I've seen them on many programs where when it pertained to the paranormal. Some paranormal teams actually do it. You know, are they safe to do? Same with Ouija boards. Or are they not? And if they're not good to do, then why are people doing it? Depends on the sounds, though. You can have structured seances that are safe, so true. You have to make sure everything is closed down and all spirits are gone. And that's what half of them don't do. You know, I believe there are a lot of people that actually experiment with seances, experiment with Ouija boards, are playing with danger, especially if they've never done it before. But that's just my take on it, is that if you are going to open up a portal, then you should be closing it down too. You know, I mean, I watch a lot of paranormal programs. I watch a lot of paranormal documentaries. Sorry, and I think to myself sometimes when I see them actually doing Ouija boards and doing seances, I think to myself, really? Is this what you want to show your followers, is that you can do this kind of garbage? You know, you don't even explain why you're doing it. You don't explain how to do it. You don't even explain how to close it down. So why don't they explain anything? Why is it that? Why is it that they can do a seance and do Ouija boards, but they won't explain about it? They won't discuss what the ins and outs are about it or how to close it down when you finish. Why do they just do it and then they stop? No, Ouija boards are not cool. You invite bad spirit, where if you ask spirit to come through a mediumship, that's inviting only good, because you say your karakia before and after for protection on the other side. Thank you, Stacey. Morning. People are curious about something that's taboo to society. Yeah, and that's where curiosity killed the cat. It's simple. If you don't know what you're doing, if you've never done Ouija boards before, if you've never done seances, don't try and be a hero and go out and do it on your own and think, yeah, I got this, I can handle this, because if you end up screwed up, that's your problem. You know, I'm sorry, but I have no mercy when it comes to people who want to play with fire. It's that simple. If you want to play with Ouija boards, by all means, play with them. Go hard. Buy yourself a Ouija board. There's probably some on eBay. Go play with them. Buy one. But accept the consequences of what may happen. If you open a door to a portal of the unknown, which you don't even know which door you're opening up, and bad stuff comes out, that's your shit to deal with. And I'm not going to hold my words back, because it's just who I am. You accept me for who I am, and you accept me for the way I speak. If not, there is an X button. Close the door behind you. Exactly, Stacey, my point of view, exactly. I've had family, friends, and family members that have played around with them. They all thought it was cool. They all thought it was funny. They weren't laughing after the effects. The fact is this: if you don't know what you're doing, don't touch them. Simple. Right? Yes, you rolled me one. It happens instantly, and the haunting keeps happening day after until someone gets hurt. Exactly. It's all fun and games, Stacey, when you get a Ouija board in front of you, and people sit there with whatever object they're going to use to start their Ouija board experiment up, and they're all laughing and having fun. But I can guarantee I'd rather put $100 on it, saying that they wouldn't be laughing afterwards. There are, however, people who are out there who like to argue the point, who like to turn around and say, where's your proof? Well, it's simple. There's so many on Google that you can look up. There is proof about that it is evil. There is some people that are right about that it is good. What's the truth? And that's the thing that nobody really truly understands, is what is the truth. We don't really know unless we play with them. Me, I'll never do it. What, they have left marks on a mate like scratches deep in their wrists, like being bound with wire around her neck. Hey Lillian, how you doing? Yeah, so it's simple. If you want to play with Ouija boards, feel free to. That is your choice. I'm not saying do not do it. I'm not going to sit here and give you 100 reasons why not to do it, because at the end of the day, you're just going to go do it anyway. The name Ouija comes from the French word out for yes and the German word ja for yes. Just a bit of useless information. Hey, that's cool. Thanks, Morning, and it's never useless information, so don't ever think that it is. Okay, all information is good information. It all depends on what people want to take of it. Have you seen a proper witch? Ha! What is a proper witch, Stacey? I used to date many years ago a lady who was into the witch stuff. She had her own altar. Um, yeah, I've seen one of their get-togethers. Seriously, um, still to this day, I laugh about it because they're all in their clothing. It just cracked me up. They get into this big circle and they sing these weird freaking songs and they conjure up, all this stuff. No, when I was in Hamilton, yeah, and I took Selena up with me because she was. Even my daughter wanted to get into it for a while there, so I wasn't gonna stop her. I wasn't going to say no to it. She wanted to find out for herself, so I took her up there. For me, a witch is what I see, on the movies or on weird ass documentaries. They fly on broomsticks and jazz like that, and wear black pointy hats and wear black all over, and they got a cauldron and all that crap. And yeah, so I don't know. I've only seen what I've seen, and what do they call those witches of today, Mum? Selena, she'll know. So yeah, all to their own, I guess, Stacey. I haven't had a look at all of them, Brenda. I really haven't had the time to do so, but I'm going to check them out tomorrow and have a really good go over them. Um, yeah. So, but what I felt in your house when you guys invited me up there wasn't cool. Oh, excuse me. I've had met the ones that come at you with their faces flying at you. Oh, Stacey, no, I haven't. Sorry. No, I've only seen the ones that I have seen. I mean, I can't even think what the freaking name is that they class themselves nowadays. But no, I have never ever experienced one of those. Excuse me. So yeah, no. I've only like I said, experienced what I saw from my ex partner and all her witch mates. So I mean, they even had a warlock there. I mean, what the heck, really? Sometimes I need to think about it when I see things like that. Is are they really in their right frame of mind? I mean, that is my own point of view. Because I mean, what I saw was just out of it. Yeah, they actually did their rituals, but even before they did their rituals that night, and this is what cracks me up, is that they played Ramjet's Black Betty. I mean, what was up with that? Did you check out the? Oh, what we do one. Sorry, people, but the comments are really lagging tonight for some reason, and I will be finishing up early tonight as I have a very long trip to go to. Um, so yeah, hey, no, not for the paranormal. No, I don't get into witchcraft. I make sure no free will is changed except in my suicide code care that saves lives. Amen to that, Stacey. I mean, I never got into the witchcraft side either, but the lady that I was dating at the time was right into it. She was right up there, and I guess you'd say You know, the big five. You know, and watching her set up her altar and all her stuff that she had to put on the altar and her chalice that she even had. You know, I was waiting for her to bring out the broomstick. You know, but that never happened. I thought really when she started telling me that she was a witch and all that, that's what I wanted to see was her jump on her broomstick and fly around, you know, the air for a couple of hours. Yes, yes, Brenda, we're seeing your messages. Yeah, you asked earlier on if we checked out the photos Janet and yourself sent to me. Like I said earlier on, I really haven't had time to, but I will definitely get around there, and I will definitely check them out. Nay, how you doing tonight? So yeah, I will get around to them. I've just been so busy lately, so my apologies on that one. But you did invite me to your home. Oh, excuse me, people. I'm so sorry. And there was a feeling in that hallway that I really didn't like at all. And yeah, it was quite. I mean, it got my hairs standing on edge. So cool having internet issues tonight. Yeah, I had internet issues earlier on. It's called I didn't unmute the mic. And here I was talking, and yet nobody could hear me. So happens when you're trying to learn a new program. I forgot to unmute the microphone. Here I am talking, and yet no one was hearing me. So, but that happens. Anyway, now that we've talked about Ouija boards, let's talk about seances. What's your take on seances? Don't you remember that which name that they call themselves?
What do you mean?
Wicca. That's it, Wicca. Yeah, well, the Wiccan. Yeah, but that's what they used to call themselves. They were Wiccan witches. Remember? I won't. Yeah, I won't mention her name.
A Wiccan is a group of witches.
No, that's what they call themselves. They're Wiccans. Because apparently there's different types of witchery apparently. She was in the Wiccan part. So apparently Wiccan is supposed to be a good witch. Obviously she wasn't a maybe in public she was a good witch, but behind closed doors when she came home she wasn't. So I don't know. Yeah, Wiccans. Has your daughter opened back up yet? I don't think so. Have you?
I've been too sick to try.
She's been too sick to try, she said, Stacey. So yeah, she's been really crook since she spoke to you last. So you know, let's see what happens. But yeah, Ouija boards and seances, do they go hand in hand? Here's one for you people. Ouija boards and seances, do they go hand in hand? What's your take on that? You can.
I find that they're both the same, except one's controlled by a person who, in a way, knows what they're doing and can shut it down, whereas a Ouija board, anyone can play with that and they can screw it up big time. But I kind of find them similar, and I find that you should just not do them unless you really know what the hell you're doing. But I find trusting seances is better than trusting a Ouija board, to be honest. I would more go towards a seance than a Ouija board just because of what you don't know you're bringing in when it comes to a Ouija board. Yeah, but I've heard things.
I hope you guys could hear what my daughter just said about Ouija boards and seances. If not, can you let me know?
It's just I've heard more bad stuff about Ouija boards than I have about seances. I've heard more good about seances than I have Ouija boards. I've heard best doing a seance of ours than working with a Ouija board just for the sake of fear.
So have you ever done a seance?
No.
So how do you know what you've just said is true?
heard.
So you've just pure hearsay.
That's what I think.
Okay, thank
I
you.
said on other people's.
Well, sorry, got to go last night, spending time with my son before he goes away for the rest of the holidays. Okay, Brenda, have a really good night and please be safe. You know how to contact me if you need me. And yeah, okay, just stay safe. Stacey, sort of, not really. Okay, she would rather go more with a seance than what she would with a Ouija board because what was it again, miss?
I've heard more good stuff.
She's heard
With a
more
seance
good
than a
stuff with a
Ouija board.
seance than a Ouija
Plus,
board.
anyone can have the Ouija board and they can screw themselves over with the seance. You basically do it with someone who's done it more than one time, so they know what they're doing and they explain it to everyone else, so you're more safer with that than you are with a Ouija board. But that's just from what I've heard.
Yeah, but some people will try and do a seance on their own. That's when it becomes.
But more
nasty.
people would rather go for doing Ouija boards than seances by themselves.
Okay, come closer, miss. You're gonna have to repeat this. Come closer and say hello to everyone.
Oh, I haven't got makeup on. I won't see it.
You don't need makeup. Just tell people what you just said.
Look at me. I think seances. I prefer seances better than Ouija boards. Just for what I've heard more bad stuff about Ouija boards than seances. Plus, you're working with someone who knows what seances are. Whereas with working with a Ouija board, anyone can get a Ouija board. You can get them off online now. So you're more in danger with a Ouija board than you are with a seance. Because more people go towards using a Ouija board than a seance by themselves. So I'd say going with a seance is probably your safer option. That's just my opinion.
Well, in seance, can there be a manifestation or ectoplasm?
I'd say manifestation, but I've never heard of ectoplasm being.
I've heard of ectoplasm during the seance. I've never seen it. From what I've heard, Moringa, you can get both. They used to do both at the same time. Okay, now that's really crazy shit there, Stacey.
What I was going to say is quite often the seance with the Ouija board in the room.
Do people actually understand what they are actually truly really doing when it comes to seances and when it comes to Ouija boards? Oh, evening, Lara. Nice of you to pop on into the room. Pull up a seat, grab a cup of coffee and a ciggy. Oh, that's right, you don't smoke, so grab yourself a cup of coffee. But this is the thing that I don't get. There's a lot of debate going on, and this is one thing that really, really drives me up the wall, is that when you discuss about the Ouija board and somebody asks for the proof, you give them proof and they come back at you and say, I don't want a story, I want to see proof. I mean, what is that? What is that? They ask for proof, you give them proof, even videos of people's experiences on Ouija boards, and they class it as a freaking story. You know, the person even turns around and says, I could video myself and make up stories and everyone would believe it. What the fudge? You know, really? Are you serious? At the end of the day, here is my take on Ouija boards. If you want to play with a Ouija board, feel free to do so. That is your choice to experiment. If you think that you have the knowledge, if you think that you have the so-called expertise on it, if you think that you have studied it enough and you think you're all that and you know everything, then feel free, my friend, to do so. Just don't call on anybody to come and help you out when shit goes south. protect inside from bad spirit because of the good spirit in their house. And if you invite them outside, they become lost. So you stay inside at night to be protected. I'm still learning off a 5-year-old. I'm still learning too, Stacey. I've been doing this for nearly 7 years and I still don't know what I'm doing. And that's all in honesty. You know, people say to me, well, you must be pretty expert at doing the paranormal because you've been doing it for so long. No, I'm not. I'm still a learner. And I will continue to learn. I've never once ever stated that I'm an expert in the field. I know some things. I don't know a lot. But we have certain people who actually come into the paranormal world and all of a sudden they're freaking experts on everything and anything. You know, and that's how they roll. Some people go out and they've got 4, maybe 5 investigations under their belt, and they're king of paranormal. They know everything. Man, they're the man because they've been to investigations. So what? I've had hundreds under my belt, probably nearly thousands now. I'm still learning. I still ask people for advice. I still watch people so I learn. I still ask questions so I understand. But if you think you have the expertise in the paranormal industry and you know everything, right down from Ouija boards to seances to manifestations to what a spirit looks like and what a spirit doesn't look like and all that, well, good on you, mate. I'm glad that you're an expert. How about you start teaching people? Because I tell you what, if you actually went out there and you taught somebody, you'd be getting them into a whole heap of shit. There's always something different to learn, no matter what you think, hey? Exactly, Stacey, there is. I mean, you know, I'm still learning. I'm still studying. I mean, I even paid to do a paranormal course, which starts off with demonology and archaeology and genealogy and all the ologies. And I had no freaking clue what I was getting myself into. Seriously, you know, I thought, oh, you cool. Here's a paranormal studies. It'll teach me a lot about the paranormal. It's teaching me way more than what I bargained for. And I'm still like going, seriously, really? This has a lot to do with the paranormal. You know, I mean, people ask me, oh, what are you studying? Well, at the moment, I'm doing demonology. Why are you doing that? Because it's part of the paper. But why are you doing that? Because I've got to learn about it. But why are you doing that? Because it's part of the paper. Don't you get it? But why are you learning about demonology? Oh my gosh, you know, seriously, why ask me that question when I just told you? It's part of the studies. It is part of the paper that I need to do. Hey, that's cool. This boy had aliens come down last night with car lights for eyes, LOL. That is so cool, Stacey. You know, would anyone believe him? No, they wouldn't. You know, they'd say because he was a 5-year-old there, he's just imagining it. And that makes me sick when I hear that. Oh, he's just telling a story. So if a kid tells a story, then what does an adult do? Tell a lie? So I didn't get it. It looks like a lot of people seem to be dropping off real quick. Something must be going on with internet issues, as Brenda had earlier on. But anyway, I have a lot to do tonight, so I am going to say good night. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you back here tomorrow. Stacey, still awesome to see you every time I see you on here because you're full of knowledge and I actually learn a lot from you. So I'd like to say thank you very much for your knowledge and for coming on here and supporting. And hope to see everybody here same time, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Until then, stay safe. God bless. Good night.